Hey everyone, it's Age of Sigmar time today. We're back in the realm of death. Silas Beastbane, a knight questor of the Stormcast Eternals, has discovered that ghouls are enacting an ancient ritual in the middle of an abandoned storm vault. So he sent out the call for aid, and it's been answered by the Celestial Vindicators. Yo, we're back. Jack?
Alright.
You're a beast. Talk us through what you've just been doing last night.
Eating pizza and painting until 1 in the morning. It's the Warhammer's way.
He's got that Warhammer mentality about him. So he's painted up a Flesh Eater Court army. He was up till 1 o'clock last night getting them done. Now, what is the narrative idea behind where these Flesh Eater Courts have come from?
So if you've watched our videos on the channel before, you watched the destruction of Ulfenkarn, which was carnage. All the villagers from that town have ran away, and unfortunately they've fallen into madness in the wilderness, and now they're back.
So some time has passed since our 3rd edition game, now 4th edition, and in that time the villagers have turned to madness and become a Flesh Eater Court rabble, haven't they? So,
yeah.
And then we've got my, Knight Questor. I imagine he's been investigating what's been going on around Ulfenkarn, and he's now discovered that there is actually basically a full Flesh Eater Court has basically in the outskirts of Ulfenkarn as these have appeared, so he can't take them on his own. So he's an Astral Templar. He sent out the call to aid, and it's been answered by my Celestial Vindicators. So I've got like a combined force of him plus all them that have turned up to help him. So yeah, we'll get into showing off our armies. Okay, this is Jack's 1,000 points of Flesh Eater Courts. Now this army looks fantastic, Jack.
Thank you.
Well done on the paint job, looks great. Well done on staying up so late getting them done.
Basically the vibe I'm going for in this 1,000 point list is like a royal welcoming party. So you've stepped into their lands and they've sent out some people to meet you. So over to the left we've got the Abhorrent Archregent, who's my army's general. He's an abhorrent hero, he's a wizard, he's pretty good in melee and he's got some abilities to heal.
Okay.
The foot soldiers are the Crypt Guard, which are one of the newer kits from Flesh Eater Courts. I think they look really cool.
They do.
They're essentially bodyguard units, so if they're within engagement range with one of my own heroes, they all get a 5 ward.
Yep.
As just the hero. And they can also debuff your units if they do damage.
Cool.
Behind them we've got the Crypt Horrors, who are the knights, essentially. They all think they're on horseback. In reality they're just massive and run really fast.
Yeah.
They hit hard in combat, and they're led by a Crypt Haunter, which is a little kit bash I've done from a Gorger Morpack model.
He looks fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, he buffs them, essentially. He's another one of the heroes.
Right, and is this one regiment?
This is one regiment, yeah.
Cool. Right, so that's Regiment 1.
And then on to Regiment 2. We've got the Abhorrent Cardinal, who's a priest, who thinks he's very holy, but he's actually just covered in flesh by the looks of it.
Yeah.
He chants prayers, does things. He's got his own little bodyguard unit. And then at the back we've got the Vargulf, who is essentially an infantry blender. He gets loads of buffs against infantry, he can charge in and retreat and heal and things like that.
And the model's sick.
Yeah.
Right, this army looks absolutely fantastic. I've never actually played Flesh Eater Courts before, so this will be interesting. This is my Stormcast Eternals army. These are my Celestial Vindicators in the teal armour, except for Silas, who is a Astral Templar in his purple armour. He's the one who's requested aid to go take on the ghouls. The Stormcast have got a few army rules. One rule is you can put your units up in the heavens, and then another rule is that you can bring them down on the battlefield at the end of a movement phase, which is a little bit similar to, if you play 40k, it's a little bit similar to how Deep Strike works. All Stormcast units have the ability to activate their finest hour once in the battle, so they can get better at hit rolls. And then I've picked a formation which allows my warrior units, which is my 2 units of liberators, when they're near the prosecutors, because they're from a different chamber, they can get +1 to hit. It's like synchronized strikes, it's called. Then, as far as the upgrades, as in hero stuff, they're both on Silas. He's got an ability to bring, when a unit appears from the heavens near him, they are harder to hit. And he's got a Quicksilver Drought, so he can strike first in combat. And his formation is just him and the Prosecutors. That's his, regiment. So that's one regiment. I have 3 regiments. So that's my first regiment, Silas, and the Prosecutors. Were the first unit that I've finished from the new starter set. Hopefully I'll get through all of them. My second regiment is led by a Knight Vexillor. So he's the Stormcast with a massive banner, which gives improved air control score to units within range of him, and he can heal units with the banner as well, which is really, really good. And his regiment has 2 units of Liberators and a unit of Annihilators, which I'll also bring down from the heavens, because they've got a cool rule that when they appear, they like blast people with lightning strikes as they turn up. And then my third regiment is just a Knight Incantor. So I wanted to bring a wizard so I can hit people some more lightning bolts. So that's my army. Let's see how they get on against these ghouls. Okay, the armies are down, and I'll go over the mission and objectives and a question for people watching. So we are playing this battle plan called Focal Points. You've got a figure 5 set of objectives called Flanks, Homes, Central objectives. Yeah, that matters how you score points. Score 1 for 1, score 1 for 2, score 1 for more, and then you score 3 extra points if you have 2 home or 2 flank, and then you can get 4 points for doing your battle tactic. Now, the question I've got is, I was watching Rob the Honest Wargamer, and he was saying that the battle plans tell you what the points are capped at per turn, because you could score a lot of points with that. I can't find it. I can't find where it says the cap. Jack had a look on his phone. Hello, Jack. Yes. All we found was something that said it was capped at 10 from back in April. So we're just going to play it like that. That the points we're doing per battle round is 10 points cap for each player. So I mean we could score 50, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the end. 5 turns, 10 points a turn, score 50 in total if you did everything you need to do per turn. But from watching Rob trying to learn the rules and that out, and then I can't see where it tells you the cap for points. So you could just play like you've got no cap and you can get like maybe 12 or more points per turn. But we're going to play 10 unless somebody could tell me where it says the cap for points. Anyway, mini rant / question over. So it's annoying. Like it is annoying.
This is taking us 3 hours.
Right, I've got in reserve my Annihilators and my Prosecutors. They're going to come down Scions of the Storm, lightning bolts, ride the lightning. Then we've got Silas over here coming in from the trees. Then we've got my Liberators. We've got my Knight Incantor, who I also spent another 3 hours looking for his card. Turns out he's going to Legend soon, sorry mate. So that's why he doesn't have a card. Then we've got my Vexillor Banner Bearer and another unit of Liberators, because they're slightly better on home objectives. Then we've got flank objective, centre objective, other flank, and then the other home objectives over in Jack's. So Jack, you've got your big chunky boys in the centre, yeah?
Yeah, big beefy boys there, and then on the flanks I've got my Abhorrent, who's a wizard with his bodyguard, and then over on the other flank I've got the Cardinal with the Vargulf and their bodyguard. Yeah. So I'm just trying to buff ward saves across the board.
Right, okay, and you finished point first, so Jack, what's happening? Who's going first?
You are.
Great, thanks. Okay, Stormcast Eternals turn 1. I'm going to go for Reclaim the Realms as my battle tactic, which will get me 4 points. That is, get Stormcast units within each table quarter and be 6 inches away from enemies. I can do that because I can bring my Scions of the Storm and come down lightning bolts anywhere I like, so they'll do that and reclaim the realms for me. I've got 4 command points to do things. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop them down in that quarter, and I'll have these lads spread out. Last thing to do hero phase wise is my Knight Incantor is going to zap one of those big lads over there with a lightning bolt on a 5+. He rolled a 4, he's no one is getting zapped. No lightning bolts. Movement phase. That went well. So I've brought in at the end of the movement phase my Annihilators and my Prosecutors over there. The Liberators moved into this quarter to get me my battle tactic. Silas, Beastbane and the Liberators charged towards that objective. Why are you still there? I don't know. There you go. Get over there. Cheating. Moving out of sequence. Still in the movement phase. The Annihilators, when they turn up, they get to zap people within 10 inches. So we'll start with the Cardinal on a 2+ on a D3. No. and the Ghouls, they're within 10 inches. It's not going well for the dice rolling, is it? Oh dear. Right, I'm going to throw some javelins and then pretty much be my turn over with. Because the Ghouls and the Abhorrent are actually within the footprint of the... are in the footprint of the trees. My prosecutors can't see them. I'm telling them to throw javelins and they're like, who? Can't see no one. So that is my turn over with. So not much going on in my turn, but I've scored my battle tactics. I'll add that up, then it'll go, ooh, Jack. At the end of my turn 1 with my Stormcast, I scored 7 points for having 1, having 2, having more, and completing my battle tactic. So, Jack, it's over to you, my mate. So, turn 1 for Jack and his Flesh Eater Courts. He chose Seize the Centre. That's get 2 units and not have them in combat and be within 3 inches of the centre of the battlefield. He's got a few units there that could get there. So that's what you're going for. And you hope that you don't end up in combat, otherwise that'll fail. What else is happening, Jack, mate? Because you've got stuff and things and
way too much stuff and things to do. First thing, the Cardinal's going to do a rousing oration, so he's going to try and give the Vigil some noble deeds points. So this is roll a d3 on a 2 up, give the target noble deeds equal to the roll.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Okay, and that was a prayer, was it?
No, that was a hero phase ability.
Oh, hero phase ability, okay. Yeah.
Now we're going to do prayers. So the Cardinal is going to try and do Son of King's Favour again on the Vigil. This goes off on a 5. It doesn't, so we're going to keep it for next turn.
Okie dokes, hold it.
Now,
Are we moving across the battlefield?
No, yes, so we're going to the Crypt Haunter, who has a relic that makes him a priest.
Is this the big shouty man?
The big shouty man. He's going to do Channel Conviction on himself, so he's going to try and give himself a 5-up ward.
Alright, okay.
This goes off on a 5, which it doesn't.
So far, so good.
Now, we're going to go for...
Are we still on the big guy, or we've moved on to the next one?
Moved on to the next hero, so we've got spells.
Spell time.
So...
Which I can stop, because I have a wizard as well. Carry on.
First thing we're going to do is... Deranged Transformation. We're going to try and do it on the big shouty man.
Okay, yeah, so what do you need to do?
This goes off on a 6.
Okay.
It goes off, he gets 2 to his move and 1 to wound rolls.
Okay.
Doesn't go off.
So far, so good. This is a very eventful turn.
Second one we're going to do is Miasma of Madness. We're going to do it on the...
That sounds like a really cool album. Carry on.
We're going to do it on the Prosecutors. So, if this goes off, I'll go through it because it's way too wordy.
Alright, just roll your dice.
Goes off on a 5. It does on a 5. Do you want to deny?
I'll just try and stop it with my wizard.
Get it!
No. Wait, if I equal it, do I beat it?
I'm not sure.
Let's check. A wizard failed. You have to exceed what your opponent rolled with their spell. So he's rolled this funky spell, and it does what, Jack? You basically roll 7 dice, yeah?
I roll 7 dice. I'm looking for dice that are the same value.
Yes. So you're 3 6s.
3 6s. So you take 1 mortal wound, and you get -1 to hit in combat.
Alright, sweet. Now, because I'm Ruination Chamber, on a 4+, do I just ignore all of that?
Yes.
Alright, okay, so Ruination Chamber, on a 4+, no, it does affect me, so I take a mortal wound, and I've had my stats affected, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Jack has completed his movement phase, so my poor Annihilators are only movement 4, so they've got a while to catch back up. The Vargulf is quite quick, but Jack is conscious of redeploy, so he stayed 9 inches away from my Liberators. Same with his, whatever they're called.
Cryptosaurus?
Yeah, they've stayed 9 inches away, but they're getting seized the centre. I could potentially stop him with a counter charge, but it would be a 9-inch charge for me. And then over this side of the battlefield, the ghouls and the hero charged out of the woods, and I tried to do a redeploy. Well, I did do a redeploy with my prosecutors, but I only rolled a 1, so instead of falling back over, they moved the shimmy to the side so they're within range of Silas. So if the prosecutors end up in combat, Silas can end up diving in as well to lend a hand. So I take it you don't have any shooting?
No.
So it's just going to be some charge rolls to make?
Yeah.
Okie dokes, mate. I take it you're going to start with your Vargulf?
Might save it for the end.
Ooh, right.
Juicy content.
First to charge is the Crypt Guard. They need a 5 to get into the prosecutors.
They do.
They do, right, cool.
And then the Abhorrent needs a 6.
Okay.
He does.
He makes it, cool.
And now the Vargulf.
He needs to get a 9 though, doesn't he?
He needs a 9-inch, yeah. But I do have a command point for reroll.
Yeah, cool.
He needs it.
Yeah, so you're spending the command point. We discovered that this is how you do it properly after our last game, where we got it mixed up. No, so he's fluffed that up over there. So, am I going to do a counter charge, everybody? Let me have a think. The answer is probably yes. I'm going to counter charge the ghouls with Silas Beastbane. He needs a 5. Where's the dice gone? He's rolled a 7, he's in. For Sigmar! Ah! Yeah, so I'm going to have to do it to try and help my prosecutors by Silas Beastbane, the Night Questor. He's used his special relic that he's got, his Quicksilver Drought. Is it Drought or Draft? Draft. His Quicksilver Draft.
I'm going to all defense as well.
Okay, you're going to go all defense with your Crypt Guard.
Yeah.
I've got fire attacks with my Questor Warblade, and I've got crit mortal, so if I roll 6 to hit, it's 2 mortal wounds. Yeah, he's got 5 attacks. That's no crit mortals, 3 hits though. And then freeze to wound, absolutely terrible. 2 at -2, so minus nothing. Minus one, so sorry, -1. Sorry, it's only -1.
So 2 6-up saves?
No, there's no minus. But you still stop 1 failed one, so you lose 2 crit dudes.
5 wards?
Oh my goodness.
Nope, 2 die.
Excellent. So the Abhorrent is going to attack my prosecutors. I've played my last command point for all-out defense on them, and then you've played all-out attack on your Abhorrent, yeah?
Classic Sigmar.
Classic Sigmar.
So 5 attacks, these are going to hit on 2s?
Yes. 6s mean anything?
Nah.
Okay.
Wounded on 3s?
Yep.
3 wounds, no rend.
3 wounds at no rend. Okay, so these are... I almost said Space Marines. 3 plus save though. So I pass 2.
2 damage.
2 damage, okay, so you pop a Stormcast. No. Executors are going to attack back into the ghouls. Jack's informed me about how many models he can return next turn, and it's not good. But they haven't attacked yet, so I'm going to try and kill some of them before they get to attack. 7 attacks from my javelins. Would normally hit on a 3, but because they've been hit by that funky spell earlier, they hit on a 4. Oh my god, right, these dice are going in the bin, not using them no more. New dice acquired. Jack is going to put all of his Crypt Guard attacks into the prosecutors. Only got 3 wounds left, so take it away, Jack.
So 4s and 4s.
Yes. 4s to wound, yeah. How many is that?
3 at -1.
3 at -1, but they've got all of defense on them, so it's just freeze. Hey, they'd look to see what the new dice have done. Well done. Hey. It's got 1 command point left, and there's a command ability you can do, which is just crazy good, called Power Through. So the Abhorrent's going to use 1 command point, and because his health characteristic is higher than the prosecutors, he can do it. So he rolls he cause D3 mortal wounds to my prosecutors. So if you roll a 5 or 6, you completely kill all my prosecutors. Why did you roll there, mate? Why did you do it there? Why did you do it all the way over there?
Suspense. I'm trying to build suspense.
Right. So you wipe out all my prosecutors, and you can then also move. Doesn't that seem really, really good?
Really, really good.
It seems really, really, really good. Let's bear that in mind. I wish I had a command point. I could do it with my... I could have done it with him. Alright, so that's my prosecutors all dead. Oh, big sad. And then you can move. End of Jack's turn 1, he also scored 7 points. My poor prosecutors are dead, but I've just checked, they can come back. Everyone can come back. Everyone gets a medal. edition.
The game never ends.
The game never ends. You get a return, you get a return, you get a return, you get a return. So anyway, speaking of returning, who's going to be going? Yeah, I don't want her. Do I even want to? Yes. Priority for the Stormcast turn 2. Stormcast Eternals turn 2. We're going to take their land as our battle tactic, because I've got a plan. So, the plan is these trees, because I've set the terrain up to match how it says in the battle plan in the book. So you've got like the 4 big pieces, the little pieces, etc, etc. Jack has left his home objective vulnerable, and because he wiped out my prosecutors, which seemed really, really good for him a second ago, but now it doesn't seem so good because Stormcast can bring back non-unique units at just at half strength rounding up. So he killed 3 of them. 2 of them are now going to return, and they're going to land next to that objective, and they're going to land next to these trees for seize the land, and I'm going to take the trees and I'm going to take the objective off him. Jack could countercharge with the ghouls and the big ghoul, but I am going to stop him from doing that by charging him with my Stormcast Eternals, most likely. Something along those lines anyway. But I've got hero phase things to do first. I'm going to use a lightning bolt from my Knight Incantor, and I'm going to try and zap one of the big ghouls, I think. Try and zap a ghoul. I do zap a ghoul on a 9.
I'm going to try and dispel.
Yes.
I don't.
You take D3 mortal wounds, sir.
On the big ghouls?
On the big ghouls. Just 1 mortal wound. You can stop it on a 6, can't you, because you're undead?
Nope.
No. So one of them gets zapped with lightning. Vexilla rolled a 3 for the D3 units that he boosts, so he's boosted both units of Liberators and himself. They would heal if they were injured, but they also get +3 to their objective control scores in the hero phase. Jack, did you have something to do?
Yeah, the priest can do his rousing oration on the Vargulf.
Alright, yeah, is that a CP, is it, to do that?
No, he just does it in any hero phase.
Alright, okay, cool.
So D3 on a 2 up, I get that many noble deeds points.
Sweet.
No
noble deeds for you, sir. Finish my movement phase is a problem. If my Liberators or my Vexilla move, they'll be able to activate redeploy for these big lads, and then they'll turn around and go towards my 2 newly arrived prosecutors, who are just out of 9 inches, because that's how the rule works. So they're on the objective, they're on the trees, they're doing both. I do not want Jack to move towards them and then be able to countercharge that easily. At the moment he's 9 inches away, so you'd have to roll a 9 on a countercharge to get them. So I get to charge first. So I will, in my charge phase, try and charge my Vexilla or my Liberators into them and try and stop them from getting towards my prosecutors. But my prosecutors can still shoot, so they're going to shoot at that injured crypt horror. 2 javelins hit on a 3+. Both javelins hit. They wound on a 3+. Both of them wounded. They are -1 rend, sir.
Straight through?
Straight through. They are D3 damage.
Well then.
That's 5 damage caused by the javelins. 6s, yeah?
Yeah. So 1 dies, 1's on 3 wounds left.
Okay, so they strike down 1 and injure another. Oof. Nice. Sigmar. Okay, we've got another question. Now, my prosecutors, like I said, are going to seize the land for the trees and do the objective. And Jack was like, oh, well, you can't contest 2 objectives with the same unit. And I'm not. I'm only on 1 objective, but I'm also contesting and controlling the trees. So does that count? I can't quite see whether it says yes or no. It doesn't matter, because then Jack also pointed out that my Annihilators are just seizing that objective. So I've got seize the land anyway.
We just want to know.
We're just asking questions. We're just innocent men. So anyway, over here we've got a few short charges. So the Liberator's going to charge. Yeah, they've rolled a 4, so they'll be able to get in. I think I moved them too close anyway. And then the wizard fella, he's rolled something.
6.
Is it a 6?
It's a 5 and a 1.
Oh, right, yeah, so he'll be in. So these 2 charge into the ghouls, and then I need my Liberators to roll a 9 so they can charge into the big scary dudes in the centre. They've only gone and done it.
Nice.
For Sigmar. And then the Vexilla, See if he can get around and get in there and help. He cannot help, he's just wishing him the best of luck. Jack's just realised that his big ghouls actually have a 5+ save, not a 6+, but he rolled the saves for the javelins and they still died. So I'm starting my combat phase here with my liberators. I've done all out attack and I'm going to put all of their attacks into the 2 big ghouls. I'm going to ignore the hero. Some of my liberators are going to hit on a 2+, 6s to hit crit mortal, so they just cause mortal wounds straight away. The 2 big blue dice are my great sword. So attacks. Where's 6s at, guys? The worst rolling you've ever seen, possibly. Freeze to wound. That is 4 at -1 damage 1 and 1 at -1 damage 2. Yep. So the purple one's against the great sword. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 up wards. Sorry, saves. Make 2.
5 up saves. Yes, he took 4 damage in total. Yes. So now he ward saves. 4 ward saves.
6 ups.
Yep. Yeah, so you lose another ghoul.
Yeah.
That didn't go as well as I was hoping it would go. Oh well, struck one of them down, so now Jack has to pick one of his units to fight with. Jack is going to attack back with his Crypt Guard. They're going to put all of their attacks into my Liberators. I have all out defense my Liberators. 4s and 4s. Jet.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Saves. You strike down a Liberator. Next up, my Knight in can. Oh, he's going to try and dunk some of these Crypt Guard to death. He's got 3 attacks with his staff. Hits on not that. Well done. Next up, the Abhorrent has piled in slightly enough so he can reach the Liberators.
So 5 attacks, 3 3s.
Yes. Nicely done. What's a rend?
1. So cancel that by defense.
Okay. I failed 2.
2 damage each.
Alright, that's 2 Liberators struck down by the Abhorrent. I might as well attack back with my Liberators, who will attack into the ghouls. Or is it worth hitting him? Is it worth hitting him? Nah.
He heals D3 next turn.
He heals D3 now. We'll just put 3 attacks from the champion into the ghouls. He hits one of them. Doesn't do anything because my dice rolling is atrocious. The big hammer hits twice. Wounds once, -1 mate, damage 2.
Straight through, so 2 5 up wards. Nope, 2
so
dead.
he donks 2 ghouls. Okay, so Jack is attacking with first the Crypt Haunter, and then, because of his ability, the, what's that called? The
Nightly Exemplar.
I just meant what was this big ugly dude called, the other one next to him?
Oh, sorry.
It's a horror? That's
Yeah,
it.
Crypt Horror.
Crypt Horror. Right, so go for your hero first then, mate, yeah?
Yeah, so 5 attacks, hitting on 3s because it's all out attack.
Yes.
That was 4 hits.
Cool. I've got all out attack on my Liberator, so I can't all defense him, unfortunately.
And these are going to be wounding on 3s.
Yes.
That's
oh, beautiful.
4 with 2 rend.
4 5 up saves to make for my Liberators. I make 1, 2. Where's the other dice gone? Where is it? So you cause 6 damage, that drags down 3 Liberators. Next up is the Crypt Horror.
These are 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, and it's crit auto wounds.
Okay.
Just the 1.
But it's an auto wound.
It's an auto wound, so that's
a
1
rend.
rend.
I fail. What's the damage?
2.
Alright, he drags down another Stormcast, leaving just the champion facing them both down. To fight is my Knight Questor. He's going to attack the ghouls. That's 2 mortal wounds straight away, and then the rest of them hit. These wound on 3s. So that's 3 more at -1. If not, it's 6 just 6, 8 mortal wounds. 8 damage, should I say.
Health.
Health.
So that all goes straight through, so 8
Yeah.
5 ups.
Yes.
Of which I make.
Kills 5 of them. Okay, so that's all the combat's done with. So I am going to, in the end of the turn, sorry. I wasn't going to because I've only got 2 command points left, but for the sake of that one Crypt Guard being alive, I might as well do power through with one of my heroes and attack him. So I'm going to do it with my Knight Incantor, the Wizard, because then he can get himself out of dodge as well. You know what I mean? Get himself away from the big scary abhorrent, and my Knight Questor can fight him. That's his job. So I've got 1 command point left, and I cause D3 mortal wounds. Cause 3 mortal wounds to that. He's got. If he rolls 3 6s, mate, he's alive still.
3 5s.
3 5s. Oh no! He does not.
No.
So I donk him and then I leg it. End of Stormcast Eternals turn 2. I've scored the big 10, which is the cap that we are playing for this mission. So I got 10 because I've got 1 objective, I've got more objectives. I've got 1 objective, I've got 2 objectives, I've got more objectives. I have both home objectives because I control that one because it's sticky objectives in Age of Sigmar, and my prosecutors have captured that. Have they captured the trees? Who knows? If not, the Annihilators captured that Storm Vault anyway. So that gets me 10 points going into Jack's turn 2 with his Flesh Eaters. Jack's turn 2, he has chosen to take their land, the same thing I've just picked, because this big objective, this big terrain piece with the teleporting statue is free to be taken. It's in my territory. He's got he's got 3 units there that could take it. And then my home objective is kind of vulnerable as well. But hero phase stuff, Jack, what's happening?
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do rousing oration on the Vag Gulf.
The Vag Gulf.
The Vag Gulf.
Yes.
So this goes off on a 2 up on a D3.
You've
Finally,
done it.
he
You've
gets
done it.
2 noble deeds points.
Okay. Next up.
We're going to do a prayer from him again.
Okay.
We're going to do carnal conviction. So this is going to hopefully give the Vag Gulf a 5 up ward.
Okay.
This goes off on a 5. He does have 4 prep points. So it just goes off.
Doesn't something happen when you roll a 1 when you do a prayer?
Oh, he takes D3 mortal wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes D3. 6-3.
Yeah. So yes, you rolled a 1, that means the prayer failed. He didn't take mortal wounds, that's what happens when you fail spells. He actually lost D3, what do you call them?
Ritual points.
Ritual points. So he's not so holy, he's not feeling so holy. He didn't take any damage, but his accumulation of ritual points has gone down. So the other ghouls are looking down the noses at him, if they had noses. So excuse me, I'm choking on a chocolate hobnob. My God, revenge of the hobnob. Jack, go on without me.
I'm going to roll for Summer King's favour, so it just gets extra noble deeds points in combat. Goes off on a 5. It does with his ritual points.
Excellent.
That was on himself.
And I survived the hobnob attack. Great stuff. Oren is casting miasma of debuffs on my Questor.
Goes off on a 5. Goes off. Just. Do you want to try and deny?
No, I'll just try and stop it with my... where's my dice gone? Wizard will try and stop the spell. He has to roll over a 5. He did not. He rolled the same again. You idiot. 7 dice. And ideally you want to roll, 4 numbers identical, yeah?
4 identical numbers, yeah.
Nearly. We got 3 though. Is that right?
Yeah, so you take a mortal wound and you are -1 with your hits.
No.
On a 6.
So what spells is she casting?
Channel Feast. If it goes off, you take D3 mortal wounds and things heal.
Alright.
It's a 8.
Okay. 3 mortal wounds.
3.
Is this onto my
Questor
as well? Okie dokie. So he's now took 4 mortal wounds in total.
Yeah.
He's got no ward save, so yeah, he takes them all. Right. Lots of things just happened there. Jack has ran his Vargulf across the Storm Vault. It's just edged the objective because it didn't want to move within 9 inches of the Vexilla because he's got objective control 8, much higher than the Vargulf, and he would have just redeployed towards it and stopped Jack's current so many points. The big scary fella used some of his special points and he's brought back the full unit of ghouls, which I'm not happy about, and then they've moved and took this objective. They can't charge, but they're sat on the home objective over there. They're just screening that objective and sitting on it, waiting for Annihilators, and then Jack has also spent his, what are they called, those special points?
Noble Deeds points.
Noble Deeds points. He spent the Noble Deeds points for his abhorrent and brought back a unit of 5 Crypt Guard back on, who now it's just going to roll 9-inch charge, see if they can get in and help him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they don't help. So the abhorrent's fighting these 3 Stormcast, but the Knight Questar is only on 2 wounds remaining. So
Less.
Unless
I re-roll it.
you've got 2 command points, mate. He's lost the plot. He's gone crazy. He's got the what they call the delusions that they've got.
It's just the delusions.
It's just the delusions. Again, sounds like a band.
Ooh.
Oh, they've only gone and done it. We're charging in for the king. First attack, the Abhorrent is going to put all of his attacks into my Knight Questor, and as his Sigmar, Jack has played all-out attack and I have played all-out defense. I only have 2 wounds, so I need to make sure he gets none of them through. So if you could roll 5 ones, that would be great.
He's going to hit on 2s.
1-1. 1-1. Now I need you to mess up all your wound rolls, please.
Wound on 3s. 3.
So now I need to pass 3 free-up saves. For Sigmar. Oh, for Sigmar. He managed to survive the claws of the Abhorrent. Now, before he gets dragged down by the Crypt Guard, he's going to donk him with his big hammer axe. He's -1 to hit because of that spell he got hit with, so he hits on... I've got too many dice. He hits on a 4+, but 6s are mortal wounds. So he's just done 4 mortal wounds plus a hit, which is a -1.
So that's 6 5-ups.
6 5-ups then? For Sigmar. Oh, one of them alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the champion left. So the champion who's charged in to save his king, can he strike down this evil beast? do you think he sees him as like a monster?
Oh yeah. He's fighting an ogre.
Yeah. Well, he's got a Minotaur head in his hand, so maybe he sees him as like the Minotaur.
This is where the Beastmen have gone. They're now Stormcast.
Yes, in his eyes, yeah.
4s and 4s.
2's enough, mate. 2's enough.
No,
he failed to save his king. Let's fight this Stormcast Liberator champion fighting the... What is that hero called?
Crypt Haunter.
Crypt Haunter. Yeah, well, 3 attacks, 6s are mortals. He hit him once. Wounded him, -1, damage 1.
6 up. I'll roll up for it.
Oh, yeah, my God.
Teasing.
People will be getting so much motion sickness. People thrown up everywhere.
6 up. Nope.
Followed by a 6 up.
Nope.
His turn to attack back.
5 attacks, hitting on 4s. Just 1.
Oh, he might survive. For Sigmar.
Wounding on 3. Wounds.
Oh, minus.
2.
-2, eh? So he needs to roll 5 or 6. No, he dies in Sigmar's name. The Liberators will try and strike down. You know what?
Don't do it.
Fine.
It never works.
Damn. All right, he taught me out of it. They're always going to attack the Crypt Guard. The champion. Thank you for talking me out of that madness. -1, damage 1.
So 1 5 at ward.
Yes.
To live.
This is from the champion. The big hammer can get you.
Oh. He lives.
Big hammer. 2 mortal wounds.
2 5 at wards.
Please no.
Oh, he's done it.
Actually, for the king! End of the turn. Jack, not to be outdone, also scored 10. So there's no underdogs going into turn 3. Dice off, mate. A 4.
A 1.
Stormcast. Going first, turn 3 for Sigmar. I tell you what, Age of Sigmar, you've got to do some planning at the start of your turn, haven't you? So, Stormcast turn 3, I've got 4 command points. I'm going for Slay the Tyrants as my battle tactic, which is kill a hero, yeah? So, have I talked myself out of going for 10 points? I think so. Yeah? And, so what am I going to do? I need to kill a hero, which I was planning on doing over there. Then lot jump him. He's got that weird little Crypt Guard guy protecting him, giving him a 5+ water save. Other things I've got to consider is the way you score points is capturing the flanks or capturing the home objectives. One's got a Vargulf sat on it, so that's not happening. But you could go for the flanks. I've got my Annihilators, I've got this unit, I'm going to be coming back in, the 3 of them, because of the Stormcast rule, you bring them back on. I've got my Prosecutors who could fly around and throw javelins. and then charge in. I've got Finest Hour for Stormcast, which I've just remembered for those people screaming, Richard, use your Finest Hour for crying out loud. I've remembered about it. This is my first game with Stormcast this edition. So, first things first, who am I going to lightning bolt? Who am I going to lightning bolt? Am I going to kill him who's protecting the Abhorrent? Or am I going to lightning bolt him? Because he's got 6 wounds left. I'm going to have a think. I'm going to try and zap that annoying Crypt Guard. Cast on a 5+. Yeah, he's cast it on a 7. Can you stop it with your Abhorrent? You do not. That creepy little fellow takes 1 mortal wound. But he's got a 5+ ward save.
Nope.
No, he dies. Lightning. Okay, send help. Send help. I couldn't fully decide what I'm doing. So I'm choosing to try and focus my efforts around this area here. So the Annihilators, the Reinforcement, Stormcast, the Prosecutors have jumped into the middle, the Vexilla has moved into the middle. Try and deal with these big, stocky lads here. The Incantor has moved around just to charge into the Abhorrent, and I put Finest Hour onto my Questor because that just seems like a thematic thing to do. Then all I've got to do is the last bit of shooting. I'm going to throw 2 javelins into this horror, hitting them on freeze, wounding them on freeze. One of them hits. It didn't wound though, unfortunately. So it's over 2 charges. Well, I'll tell you what, while I'm here, the Vexilla will charge that horror. He's in, he rolled an 11. Prosecutors will give him a hand. Yep, they're in, rolled a 4. Now, I need a 7 for my Annihilators to reach these Crypt Horrors. They've done it, a 7, and then these Liberators need a 9. No, I'll use a command point to try again. No, they've failed that, and I'm down to command point, and then I'll charge 3 and charge over here. Yeah, he's in. Oh, look at that, rolled an 11. So that's my charges done with, over to combat phase, unless any counter charges from Jack. Yeah, we're going for glory with Silas Beast Bane. He's got 5 attacks. I've issued all out attack for him, but he's still got that spell on him, so he's -1 to hits, +1 to hits, so he's back to freeze. And he's 6 of mortal wounds. It's his Finest Hour, so he's +1 to wound as well. So that's going to be 3 hits.
Wounded on
2s. 2 wounds at -1.
so 2 5-ups.
Has he got a 5 at ward save, does he?
No, all of it.
Oh, it's a save. Yeah, all defense, sorry, yeah, it's armor save.
2 5-up saves.
Yep.
Save 1.
2 damage.
6 at wards. Nope.
So he
Still 4 wounds.
takes down to 4 health.
4 health.
My poor health. Deliberation. Jack has decided to attack back with the Abhorrent, but into the Liberators, who I am going to put all out defense onto, so I've got 1 command point left.
So 5 attacks, 3 for 3.
Yes. Okay. I need you to fluff these wound rolls up.
3s.
Nope.
3 wounds, -1.
Yeah, so all defense, so back to my 3+ armor save. For Sigmar! No, I lose a Liberator. So 1 is taken out. Do I take out the hammer or do I take out the champion? Decisions. Yeah, the Prosecutors, they get +1 damage on the charge. This horror has got 6 wounds. See if we can take him down before he attacks us back. Freeze and freeze. Oh, nice. Really nice. Is 5 6-up saves for the horror. Oh. Oh, he's done well.
I've made 2.
So you took 6 damage, mate.
Yes,
6 wards?
6 at wards.
6 up wards. If you pass 1, mate, he's alive at least. Oh, he lives just. Spears sticking out of him all over. Horror is going to have to desperately try and kill this Vexilla before he strikes it down, so you've all out attacked it.
All out attacked, and he's got an extra attack as a feeding frenzy.
Okay.
So it's 6 attacks, 3s and 3s.
See if you can get him.
I'll roll here.
Alright, look it up. Freeze and freeze, yeah?
That's
3 hits.
3 wounds.
Yeah.
So 2 at 2 rend.
2 at 2 rend. He's got 3+ armor save because he's Stormcast. I have to pass both of these. No, I don't. Sorry, just one I have to pass. Just one. If I fail both, you die.
3 damage each.
Yeah, if I failed both, he'd die. So
5.
5s and 6s. I need 1, 5, or a 6. Oh. Yes, for Sigmar. My Annihilators have now piled in. Now, Annihilators are from the Warrior Chamber, and because of the formation I've picked, and they're next to Ruination Chamber Warriors, they get +1 to hit, so they get like a free all-out attack in this formation. So the Annihilators have got 10 attacks hitting on 2s. So that is 7 minus 1. Saves.
Save 1.
So you take 12 damage. Ooh, that could kill them all. You feared this, you were talking about this at the start of the combat phase, weren't you? And I was like, nah, it won't happen, mate.
Lies.
Lies of Sigmar.
Sigmar lied. Alright,
Die.
12, 6 at 1.
Yeah.
One's alive with 2 wounds left.
2 teeth
2
left.
teeth.
For a champion attacking back, he's got 7 attacks.
6 attacks.
Or 6.
1 because of Feeding Frenzy, 1 because he's the champion.
Yes.
These are crit or wound hitting on 4s. Just 2 well. Wounding
He's
on...
too busy getting hammers upside his head.
Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, -1 rend.
Yeah, so 3+ saves, because Annihilators have a 2+ armor save. Yeah, they're fine, just straight off the massive shields. Time to see if my Vexilla can strike down this crypt. What has he called? A Crypt Haunter.
Crypt Haunter, yeah.
Hit him on 3s, wound him on 3s. It's only 2 hits. That's all we need. Pick up the ones that actually hit, though.
2 wounds.
2 wounds at -1 damage to each.
6 of saves.
Oh. 2 damage. You need to roll a double 6.
It's been done.
It's been done. Oh, he dies. That gets me in my battle tactic. Let's see if I can kill myself another hero. We'll use the Stormcast with his big grand hammer. Oosh! Oh, sorry, mate. It's throwing dice at you. I'll roll this other dice. 1 hit. It didn't even do anything. While we're here, the wizard, he's actually got 3 attacks when we've got 2 dice in my hand. Well, they both hit. See if they wound. Yeah, they're both wounded as well, and then his extra attack missed. Yeah, there you go. So 2 minus 1.
2 6-ups because of all that defense.
Yeah. 2 damage.
So he's down 2.
So I didn't even get the hero I was aiming for, but I'll take it. I got one of them.
Go.
End of Stormcast turn 3. I scored 7 points there. So I've got 1 objective, 2 objectives, more objectives, and I did my battle tactic by killing that Haunter in the centre of the battlefield. I mean, it's over to Jack's turn 3. He's got some serious stuff to consider. Okay, Jack's turn 3. He's picked Inevitable Demise. That is, have 2 of his units 9 inches away from me and in my territory. So that's basically going to be this little group here. Got a little bit keen and actually moved them, but it makes no difference. They're just going to stand there. So, Jack, you've got some prayers and you've got some spells, correct?
Yeah, so first thing, Abhorrent's going to try and do Noble Deeds points onto the Vargulf.
Yes.
So D3. He gets 3.
Sweet. So that goes up to a 5, yeah. Roger that. Anything else?
He's going to do Channel Conviction also on the Vargulf.
Okay.
To hopefully give him a 5 up ward. He does.
Nice. That is one buffed up Vargulf.
And then spells.
Okay, yeah.
He also gets 1.
Good for him.
Good for him. Right.
Happy little cardinal. And then you've got all the way over here, you've got your Abhorrent. He's going to be dishing out some spells, and I am getting that stupid dispel scroll ready, I know that much.
So he's going to do Deranged Transformation on himself.
Okay.
This adds 2 to his move and +1 to wound.
Okay.
Goes off on a 9. Do you want to dispel it?
What's the other spell he's got?
He's got Miasma of Madness, which debuffs you, and then he's got Charm Feast, which does D3 mortal wounds.
I'll let you have that one.
Sounds. And then I'm going to...
Try and do D3 wounds to my...
Yeah.
Yep.
Goes off on a 6. Yep. Doesn't happen.
Damn. He's going to read that scroll at some point. The prosecutors aren't where they used to be because the Vargulf came crawling across, looking all angry, and I redeployed my prosecutors to keep them out of trouble because that's quite naughty in combat. Then I realised that I can actually stop Jack getting his battle tactic, so they've hopped around the other side of this Griffhound statue. They're now within 9 inches of the Crypt Guard, so Jack is no longer completing his battle tactic because he has to be 9 inches away from me, and he's not. But Jack has a plan to salvage some points. It involves this Vargulf ripping my Vexilla to pieces. He has to make a charge first, mate.
Here we go.
He does easy peasy lemon squeezy alpine custard. Okay, so the Vargulf is in fighting my Vexilla. Turn around, look heroic as you die. Jack's plan is if he kills the Vexilla, he can move and he can go and cap this objective over here, giving him more points because then I've stopped him doing his battle tactic. But you're actually starting your combat with the Abhorrent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is you plan on doing like some sort of super combo and attacking 2 people at once?
Essentially, yeah, I think so.
Oh, that always works out, doesn't it?
Let me figure out how that's going to work.
Roger that. Everybody knows that splitting attacks always works out really, really well. I'm just trying to jinx his rolls. So 2 attacks from the Abhorrent into the Liberator with the Grand Hammer, and then 3 attacks into Silas Beastbane.
So these are 2s and 2s.
Ooh, because you're not attacking, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a good job.
2 wounds.
It's a good job you have that spell as well.
1 rend, so 4s.
4s, yeah, need to pass both. It doesn't matter what the other dice is. You've killed a Liberator. Now you've got your 3 attacks onto Silas Beastbane.
2s and 2s again.
Ooh. Right, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Oh, that's not what we want to see. 4 pluses again, otherwise Silas is dragged down by the Abhorrent. He's not. He's not. For Sigmar. Vexilla might as well try and get some wounds off the Vargulf before he is killed. So 4 attacks, hits on 3s, wounds on 3s. Just not 2. So 2 at -1. You've all out defense.
So there's 2 5-up saves.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Well, this Vargulf has some pretty naughty stats when it comes to attacking. Take it away, Jack.
So first one, this is an anti-infantry +1 rend. So dagger-like fangs. This is going to hit on 3s. Hits. It's going to wound on 2s. Wounds. This is 3 rend.
He passes it.
Nice.
Oh, come on, Vexilla. For Sigmar.
7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 attacks. These are going to hit on 4s. Just 2.
Come on. Come on.
These are going to wound on 3s. 2 wounds, 2 rend.
So what's the damage?
2 each.
Oh, so if I pass 1, he's alive. Oh, 5 or 6. He lives! For Sigmar! Right, can Silas Beastbane strike down this Abhorrent? That's his job. He is a monster hunter. So kill this goddamn monster. 4 hits, sorry. 2 wounds.
-1.
-1, damage 2.
2 6-up.
2 damage.
6 at wards. Nope.
It's got 2 wounds left. While we're here, because no one else to attack, is there? Oh no, we've got the Annihilators over there. Oh, I should have done my Annihilators attacks. What the hell? I forgot about them. The massive monster thing attacking.
So 4's to hit. 3's to wound.
Yeah, all wounds on a 6.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all wound already, then 2 hits.
2 more wounds.
Yep.
Sorry, 3 at -1.
3 at -1, so 3 pluses. I take, what's the damage? 2?
2.
Alright, you put an Annihilator down to 1 wound. 1 wound, I of course mean 1 health. You, stop reading your spell scroll that you're never going to use, and donk this Abhorrent over the head. Okay, that's 3 hits. That's 1 wound, that's all I need. That's all I need, -1.
6 up.
Damage 2.
No.
Got him,
Dead.
got him. Double teamed him. For Sigmar. Before we go to the scores, see if my Annihilators can chop down this horror. Oh, goodness. Hit with every attack. Annihilators aren't messing about. That was 8 wounds, -1, damage 2 each.
8 6-ups.
Ooh.
That was 1.
Alright, he's just took 14 damage. Best of luck to him.
6, 7. I'll roll 7.
Yep, okay.
7 6. He's dead.
He's dead. Okay, that wasn't a great turn for Jack.
No, it wasn't.
It was not. How are you feeling?
Rough.
Scored 2 points. 1 objective, 2 objectives. That's where we're at. So, it's not looking good. So basically what's going to happen here is we're going to do a priority roll. And if I win, Jack, you're considering to concede.
I think so, yeah. I don't think there's a lot more I can do.
Yes, so
priority.
I rolled a 6.
I think you're going first automatically, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jack.
Tell you what, one more turn.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it. Turn 4 Sigmar. It's never been done. Put there, mate.
Good game.
Good game. It seemed to be going really well for you.
And then fell off a cliff. they all got a bit too deluded, I think.
It was crazy. It was just like you then, and does everything collapse? I feel like it was with your heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Flesh Eater Cards are the based around the heroes. They're quite a new army for me.
Yeah.
So if anyone's watching and knows Flesh Eater Cards a bit better, leave some tips in the comments. Because it'd be nice to know.
Yeah, if you play them, or if you played against them, and what sort of worked for you, or what worked when you played against them, let them know. Like I was saying to Jack, it almost seems like a good idea to put the little ones in the way because of the 3-inch range now in Sigmar. You can attack over them. You know, meaning like less enemy warriors can get to your heroes, who seem quite important for what they bring, like such a massive boost to the army. Like Stormcast, they just do it themselves. They're just big tanks, all of them. They just do it on their own. Whereas you seem really reliant on the buffs that your heroes
bringing. Yeah, absolutely. I love them though. They're a fun army to play. Completely different to everything I've ever done. So
they look fantastic. The lore about them is fantastic. The way you can tie them into your other factions, your other games, your lord, you know, the way you've done it with the villagers turning, based on the other games that you've done, is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And
we'll keep going.
And that scheme is really, really cool, where you can like drag the colours out with the contrast paints into the folds and stuff. Yeah, it looks awesome. Are you going to pick a man of the match, or are you going to?
The Abhorrent.
I think your Abhorrent was classic.
Yeah, he held on for quite a long time, longer than he has.
He just got left out on a flank, and that was his problem.
Yeah. And
I'm going to pick Beastbane just because he looks cool with his big Minotaur head. So he's going to be my man of the match. But me and Jack are now planning on doing a 2,000 point game. We've done plenty of like 1,000 and 1,500 games on the channel. As I say plenty, but that's all we've been doing so far. And I want to see what Sigmar is like at 2,000 points. I feel like it'll be a totally different game almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what we're going to plan in for next, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully see you all at the 2,000 point game. The win streak continues.